Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Ramilla. Y'all, please don't be mad with me. And I know it's been a minute since I posted a video. This journey of faith has been so amazing. I have just been learning. I've been learning a lot. I've been getting some good revelations about some things. Just working on myself. Just doing that self work. You know what I'm saying? So again, this your girl Ramilla. This is Trust Him, Try Him Ministries, a woman's journey in faith. Yes, this girl right here, this is my journey in faith. And when I tell you it is an amazing journey, I would not change nothing about this journey. When I tell you nothing, I just love it. I just love how Holy Spirit deposits things and downloads things. I just love the revelations that I get. It's been amazing. Like, when I tell you my relationship has grown, it has grown. I see things differently. I try to be different. I'm not perfect, y'all. I'm really not. And and that's just anybody. It's constant growth. It's day to day, and I'm learning. So again, welcome. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. I do post my videos. I don't have a schedule when I post videos. It's whenever the Holy Spirit leads me to post. That's when I do a video and I will post it to the channel. If for you guys to be able to see the videos, please subscribe. Click that notification bell to all so you will know when they come out. So, as well, please like, share. If you want to leave a comment, please feel free. Only thing I ask is that you're nice to the channel as well as to others who may post, because I really, would love to get that interaction, and I would hate for somebody to feel like they cannot post or don't want to post because, or should I say comment, because of any type of retaliation or anything like that. We are individuals. We have our own mindsets. We have our own beliefs. So, just like I say, if you guys can be nice, be sweet in the comments. So anyway, I'm not going to be before you guys long. I just had, the other day, I had an experience with the Holy Spirit, and I was just like, you know what? I think I'm going to go and make a video. So, with further ado, I'm going to say that in this season that we're in, having the ear to hear the Holy Spirit is very vital. The times that we're in, there's, you can feel that there is a shift. There is a shift in where we are spiritually. And I feel that in order for us to, I'm going to say, get what we need to get and I'm going to say survive, we're going to have to be able to have that discernment to hear what Holy Spirit is saying to us in this season. So, this was one day I was doing my laundry, and one of the products that I use when I wash my clothes, I realized that I didn't have anymore. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I know these children not playing with my stuff, but it's okay. So I was like, okay, let me just go to the store. I'll go get some more. So I got fully dressed, got dressed. When I say fully dressed, I say that because it's sometimes, how you just put on something, throw on something to go to the store. This I put on, earrings, watch, rings. I was dressed. Like I gave my my attire some thought. I'm gonna say that. So I get dressed and I get in the truck heading backing out the driveway. So as I was backing out the driveway, Holy Spirit said, you don't need to go get that. You'll be fine with using what you already have. So I was like, huh? That's what, yeah, honestly, huh? So and I did that because I was like, how we do. Sometimes we be like, is that me saying that to myself? Because, and I said that because we're doing a teaching at church. So I go to Water Restoration, Apostle Charles E. Perry. Yes, yes, Rocheron, Texas. Please check us out. We're online, social media. You can Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or you can come to see us. Look it up. Word of Restoration International Church. Okay, so and so the lesson that we're on right now, it's about expecting big. So in order for us to expect big, we have to come away from thinking small thinking, small, dreaming small, things of that nature. So in one of the lessons, he was talking about finances, how we have to be better stewards of our finances. You can't be wasting money, this and that, things of that nature. So when I heard it to myself, I was like, okay, so Holy Spirit, are you talking to me? Is it about the me stewarding my money? Is what I thought originally. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, okay, I won't go get that, but I'll go in because I needed some sticky notes. So then my mind next thought, I was like, wait, am I gonna go way to the grocery store to go get some sticky notes when I could just go to Dollar Tree? But it was like, I think around 8 o'clock in the morning, and Dollar Tree wasn't open yet. So I was like, okay, I'll just go back inside and, finish tending to my laundry, do some other things, because I, had some other things. I really was supposed to do a video that day as well, but I didn't get to it. But anyway, so one of my prayer partners, she texts me, and we kind of have this thing where we'll watch videos and we'll share them and we'll talk about it, kind of like, we'll text each other and kind of give a little commentary on, the videos. And around this time, the videos, when I tell you everybody that we watch, it's like everybody is like the same. They lining up. It lines up. So on, when I was speaking back to her again, because I'm thinking about how Apostle is teaching us how we have to be better stewards of, with our money. So when I was texting her again, I thought that was what the revelation that I was supposed to get from that. No. So as I was texting her, what happened, how, I had to turn in my tracks, Holy Spirit started depositing and giving me revelation on what was actually the reason for that. So as I was texting her, Holy Spirit said, in this season, you're going to have to be obedient. It's going to be very vital that you have an ear to hear, and you have the spirit of discernment to be able to hear and receive what it is that Holy Spirit is saying, and be obedient to whatever it is that Holy Spirit is telling you in this season. Because the season that we're living in, the time that we're in, the shift that we're in, we're going to have an ear to hear what Holy Spirit is saying, and have the obedience to walk it out. It doesn't matter. Now, this is still Holy Spirit is depositing. It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. If you're in the moment, if you're in the process, it doesn't matter what you did. Again, because I took my time to get dressed to go to the store. It doesn't matter what you did to prepare, what you were in the middle of doing, how you were doing it, if you were going here, if you were going there, if you were turning right and Holy Spirit said, no, turn left. It is very vital for you to have an ear to hear in this season, because that is, it could possibly, I don't want to say make a break, but it also can keep you from walking into something that God don't want you to walk in. That it can be trouble on the other side. And if you decide to keep going, you're going to walk into that trouble. And so, Holy Spirit is basically like, it don't matter what you, so when I was texting, it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. Stop. Go the other way. So I had a situation where I was in a park doing, I walked in the park, And then as I was walking in the park, I was coming up on my my time to end. You know, I only, well, right now I was only doing 30 minutes. You know, I was gonna bump it up, but I was doing 30 minutes around in the park, which only gives me, like, I would say a mile for my walk. A little over a mile actually, because it always like 20 minutes to walk around the park, and it gives me a mile. So anyway, so I was in the park. So as I was walking in the park, Holy Spirit says, because I'm in the process of trying to, you know, just looking as, you know, places maybe moving. So Holy Spirit says, oh, after you leave the park, go and drive around in the neighborhood. So I'm like, okay, because, you know, I was walking and I was praying and talking to God. So as I came back around, now this was, okay, so where the entrance is to the park, my truck was parked on that side. So as I was walking and getting closer to my truck, there was an older lady in the park with two dogs. So as I was getting closer to her, I noticed she was looking behind, like, you know how somebody's, like, she was looking behind my truck. And I'm like, what is she doing? So when I noticed that she was looking behind my truck, I also noticed that she was texting on her phone. So I'm like, what is she doing? So as I approached where the, you know, actually approached right where she was, I just so happened to look, because I was like, what's going on? So I looked in the back of my truck too, just as I was walking. I kind of looked over, because I'm trying to figure out, is something there? Like, did she see something? You know, I didn't want to draw the wrong conclusion to say I felt like she was looking at my license plate. That's the vibe. That's what I was feeling. She was looking at my license plate, and like I said, she looked at the back of my truck, and then she was texting on her phone. So in that moment, I just started praying, asking God, like saying, you know, basically, I'm praying like, Lord, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what she's doing. I don't want to accuse her, but in the event, I need you to cover me, you know, cover my family, this and that, you know, just going into prayer. So when I came back around, no, I'm sorry, as I walked past her, I'm walking, and when I looked back, she was gone. Like, she was gone. I didn't see her. I didn't see her little puppies. Because when I first got into the park, I saw the puppies before I even saw the lady. So when I saw the lady, she was actually like on the opposite side from me. So as I came around, I caught up to her, because she stopped by my truck. So, like I say, I'm walking. So so as I came back around, now mind you, she's gone. So I'm like, okay, well, she gone. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, I went back to my day. Walking, I didn't already say my prayers, gave it to God. I said, Lord, I know I'm covered. So I walk around as I went. Again, this is the side where my truck is parked. So at this point, I'm at the point where my 30 minutes is up. I think it was like when I looked at my phone, I was at 28 minutes and some seconds. So I'm like, okay, so if I make it, because there's the out part, and then if you keep going, there's another out part, but it's like at, you know, at the corner. So I was like, okay, if I make it to, if it's at the 30-minute mark, by the time I make it to the exit, then I'll just leave. But if not, I'm gonna walk all the way down to the little part where you can get out, and I'll just walk back to the truck, because I wanted to complete my full 30 minutes. And I would rather walk more than walk less. So as I was walking, I looked to the street, because the street, you know, it was coming this way towards the park. And when I looked down, I saw a guy that was walking. So I thought it was a young guy at the time. He had long dreads. And so he's walking, and I just didn't feel right. I felt funny. So as I got to the exit, my 30 minutes was up. So when I walked, when I got out I walked around my truck because, you know, you see all these videos, they telling you like, women, be careful, be mindful. They tape, you know, the people who do the trafficking and all that kind of stuff, they tag you. So I was like, okay, well, let me walk around my truck just to pay attention to see if something is on my truck. So the gentleman, like, I thought it was a younger guy, but as by the time I walked behind my truck, he made it to the park. So when he made it to the park, as I was walking to the driver's side of my truck, I realized and saw he's walking towards me. He didn't go into the park. He's walking like towards where I was. So I'm like, Now, y'all, I'm not even, you know, I do carry protection on me when I go places. You know, especially when I go in the park, I have my protection on me. Like, it's on me. You know, I have it, you know, with me at all times, just in case. And my prayer, like, Lord, I pray I never have to use this, but if I do, Lord, be with me. So I get in the truck. So as I get in my truck and I'm driving off, as like I said, he's walking towards where my truck was parked at. So as I pull out, he gives me the thumbs up. And I'm like, why is this man giving me the thumbs up? And I'm like, okay, this is, I don't like it. So, you know, I left. So when I made it to the house, I get to the driveway. So I'm in the driveway, and then it came to my remembrance that I was supposed to be driving around the neighborhood just to see if I saw some houses for rent. So when I left, I went to one area. So I'm driving, I'm going. I'm not telling you I went around and I went to different streets. For whatever reason, it's just like I felt like Holy Spirit was telling me, but don't go back the way back by the park. Because the way the park sits on one of the busy street. One of them, it's a main street. So I felt like Holy Spirit was telling me don't go to that street. So I went and I drove. Honestly, I didn't listen because I did go to that street, but I went to that street a different way, not right there. So there was this older guy, and I remember when I was walking in the park, the older guy, he was sitting on the bench. And so as I passed him, I felt the unction to pray. And I said, you know, I was praying for him. I didn't know what was going on. I just did a prayer. I prayed for him. I covered him. Basically, I didn't know what he was dealing with, but I was, you know, just wanted to lift him up to the Lord and, you know, pray for him. So while I was still in the park, that man left out that park and he walked across the street. Now, mind you, when I left again, and I wasn't supposed to go that way, but when I went that way, I saw this same man. Where that man was walking there, how he walked across the street from that park, that man was, matter of fact, the stop sign that I had to stop at, he had to pass in front of me. So I'm like, this man already left from this park. So I'm driving. I went one side. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to like the back side and just, you know, check out over there. So as I was driving, I see this red car in my rear view mirror, that this red car is driving so fast. I'm talking about, like, it's the neighborhood, and it's like the car was coming fast behind me. So you know, the way that the streets are, is like you doing the right, like you literally going right, left, right, left. So as I turned, and every time I turned down the street, the red car got closer to me. So when I made it to this final stop sign, when I look in my rear view, I'm looking because my mind is wondering, why is this car driving so fast behind me? So when I look, I get to that last stop sign, because like I said, the car is going like I'm going, but I'm trying to give benefit of the doubt, because that's just the route. If you're trying to get from one side to the other side, I'm doing my video. So, and that's fine. You can leave it down there. So, um, when when I look in my rear view, sorry about that, guys. Somebody was coming in the shit. So when I looked in my rear view mirror, who do I see, y'all? I see the lady from the park. The lady who had the dogs, who looked like she was looking at my license plate. So my mind is like, wait, what? Again, I try to give benefit of the doubt. I don't like to make assumptions. So I'm like, Lord, is this a coincidence that this lady is just so happened to come behind me? So what I did was, when we turned, instead of me going where I was going, I turned off. And when I turned off, I sat and I parked. So when I sat and parked, she passed me. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, no, I know this lady ain't following me. But if she was, because this is the thing though. Had I just went home, I would have been home. If this woman was really following me, if this was really like this with this sex trafficking thing, or if they were trying to get a new target, I would have been an easy target, because all I did, I went and how I park my, you know, I don't go in the garage, I park in the driveway, so my car would have been exposed. They would have seen me. And so, mind you, I said, in my mind, I'm like, okay, you know how I feel when you feel like you're being led by the Holy Spirit? Okay, so once I parked, and I sat there for a while. I sat there for a good little while. And I sat there. And I was doing something. I was looking up something on my phone, because my mind is, I'm just sitting there like, I know this woman was not following me. So I sat there, and like I said, she passed me up. And so I drove around the neighborhood a little bit more, but I just felt like I was no longer being led by the Holy Spirit. Before that, up until that, after that moment, once I started driving again and started driving, I didn't feel like I was being led anymore. So to me, I just really felt like Holy Spirit was leading me, didn't want me to go home. Holy Spirit wanted me to drive around, so when this person was driving around looking for my truck and my license plate, that they would not see me at my house. You see me, yeah, I'm in the neighborhood, but you don't see me at my house. And so I was just like, wow. And you know, like, again, I just started praying. I texted my prayer partner and I told her what happened. And you know, so she was like, oh no, I don't feel like that's a coincidence. I feel like, you know, that's just suspect. So she you know, she started praying, and she sent me a prayer, the prayer that she prayed. And so I said my own prayer, and I came in touch and agree on her prayer, because like I said, she texted me what she was praying, and I prayed that prayer, you know, to touch and agree with her on that. And I'm just like, so I went home. So when I went home, because I don't have my license plate at the front of my truck, it's only in the back, and I backed in my driveway, because I'm like, okay, if they want to see who I am, because we have cameras in front of the house, around the house. So okay, if you're gonna get out, if you have to check that this is the same vehicle that was at the park, you're gonna have to look at the license plate. But you're gonna have to get out your vehicle and come see it, and my cameras they're gonna see you. So I just really felt, again, that was Holy Spirit. I felt like something was going on. And that's not the first time I had that experience. It wasn't exactly like that, but I had an experience where Holy Spirit was telling me, okay, like, you need to leave, and you need to leave right now, because I was not done this other time. And so every day, like, because I rotate, I do my workout at home, and then I go walk in the park, so I rotate. So when the day came for me to go back to walk, is a no. It's a no. Holy Spirit said no. So I haven't gone back to the park since then. I don't have no idea of what that was. I'm not sure. I just know that every time when it's time for me to get up to go and walk in the park, Holy Spirit said no. So I haven't gone back. So again, in that, it could have been nothing, but it could be something. So I just really, I thank God that I was obedient, and I was able to see, I was able to be alert. Like Holy Spirit had me really watching and paying attention to things. And that's just something that we're gonna, this day and age and this time frame that we're living in, people are doing all kind of things. Stuff is happening left and right. You know, we have this was, I'm gonna say maybe last week or a week or two, every time you turn around we had an Amber Alert. Amber Alert was going off like every time you turn around. And unfortunately, one of the Amber Alerts that we did have, it was the, believe the little baby was 11 years old, and they found her dead. And I'm just like, Lord, that would be too much for me to, you know, for that to have happened to one of my kids. You know, of course we prayed for the little girl, we prayed for her family, but we have to really be mindful. And it may not be that type of situation. It could just be, you may be about to, in the moment of signing a contract, going into a deal, you may be signing on the dotted line for that new house, for that new car. But if the Holy Spirit comes to you in the moment, walk away. Do not do it. If Holy Spirit say no, it's a no. Again, y'all, it doesn't matter what we doing, how much we feel like we prepared, because we just never know. You just never know what may have happened in between time. You know, the enemy, he comes, the enemy, he had time release attacks. He tried to put sneak attacks on us, time release attacks, scheduled attacks. We have no idea. Holy Spirit knows way more than us. So I just wanted to get on to just really give you guys some encouragement. You know, pray and pray for the spirit of discernment. You know, pray for that ear to hear what Holy Spirit is saying, because he speaks, he comes to guide, to correct, to teach, to comfort, all of those things. So I feel like it's gonna be very vital that we have that ear to hear and have the heart of obedience. Even if we think it's silly, be obedient to those unctions of the Holy Spirit, especially in this season, this time that we're living in. That's all for me today, guys. I thank you guys so very much for your time, for joining me on this video. Again, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be able to receive and get the notification for all of the videos that I place on the channel. Like, share, comment. You know, if you want to talk about it, if you have some testimonies of your own, you know, it's always good to give testimonies to help the next person, you know, because some people may not really get it, they may not understand it. But if we can you know, speak about it and talk about it, give our testimony to help the next person, it's always helpful. Thank you guys. I love you guys. You guys have an amazing day. Bye bye.